You know that feeling when you've done everything by the book and the machine still tells you you're wrong? You're staring at a $60,000 car, a brand new key blank, and a programming tool that's supposed to make you look like a wizard. You got your soldering iron hot, the diagrams pulled up, and you've triple-checked your points on the circuit board. Then you hit read, and the screen spits back something that basically translates to nice try, but no. It's not just a failure. It's a personal insult. The error message, CLK line not connected, is one of those particularly frustrating ones because it implies a physical break, a hardware fault. But here on Baabji Motors, we know that sometimes a message is a liar, or at least it's telling you the symptom, not the cause. We're going to get into the real reason this happens on the VW MQB49 5C system, specifically with the Xhorse Key Tool Plus, and how to fix it without losing your cool. A quick heads up, though, this is all for educational and informational use. We're talking shop, sharing knowledge for locksmiths and DIYers. So always respect the manufacturer's procedures and your local regulations. Now, here's the million-dollar question for you in the comments. When you get an error like this, what's your first move? Do you immediately suspect the tool, or do you start questioning your own hands? Stick with me, because the answer might actually be a little bit of both. The root of this problem is almost never that the tool has suddenly forgotten how to see a clock signal. The MQB49 Immobilizer system, which is a security backbone for a huge chunk of modern Volkswagens, Audis, seats, and Skodas, uses a transponder that communicates on a specific frequency. When you're trying to read a key on the bench, you're essentially bypassing the car's antenna and talking directly to the chip inside the key fob. The CLK, or clock line, is the heartbeat of that conversation. It synchronizes the data transfer between the chip and your programmer. If that signal is weak, intermittent, or missing entirely, the conversation stops before it even starts. So, you check your soldering and it looks perfect. You got clean joints, no bridges. You might even switch to the solder-free adapter, thinking it'll eliminate any chance of a cold solder joint, and you still get the same error. This is where you have to stop looking at the big picture and start thinking like a detective. The issue is almost certainly on pin 24 of that specific chip. That's the physical home of the CLK line. On these surface mount components, the connection isn't just about the solder. It's about the integrity of the pin itself and the trace leading away from it. You need to get a microscope on it. Not a jeweler's loupe, not a magnifying glass, but a proper microscope. When you zoom in, you're not looking for a bad solder joint anymore. You're looking for a microfracture in the pin, a hairline crack you can't see with the naked eye, or maybe a tiny bit of lifted pad. The heat from soldering, even if you were careful, can sometimes stress an already fragile connection. Or the board might have had a microscopic flaw from the factory. You might need to very gently polish the pin with fiberglass pen, or a tiny bit of precision sandpaper to expose fresh, clean metal. Then you have to reestablish that connection, making absolutely sure the wire or the adapter's probe has a solid, unwavering mechanical bond to that specific point. And here's a critical piece of intel that the service manuals don't scream loud enough. There are two different cable sets for the Key Tool Plus, the MCU version 1.0 and the MCU version 1.1. They are not the same. On the version 1.1 cable, there's a trap waiting for you. One of the wires has red printed on its insulation, but the wire itself is physically purple. If you connect that wire based on its color, thinking you're hooking up a red wire to the correct spot, you will destroy the key instantly. You must, and I cannot stress this enough, connect based on a written label on the connector housing and the on-screen pinout diagram, completely ignoring the color of the wire insulation. This is where a lot of people go wrong even before they get to the CLK line. They connect a red wire to a pad that expects a clock signal, but the signal coming through that purple wire is something else entirely, and the chip just gives up. If you're using the solder-free adapter for the 5C, the fix is more about pressure than perfection. Those adapters rely on pogo pins making contact. The CLK pin is small, and the adapter's contact might not be seating perfectly. The trick here is to take a fine needle or a sharp probe and physically press it down on the adapter's contact point for that pin, or directly on the pin itself if you can, during the entire read process. It sounds janky, but provides that extra bit of downward force to punch through any oxidation or slight misalignment. Once you get that stable connection, the tool will suddenly see the key, read the data, and you're back in business. It wasn't the tool, it was 1/10 of a millimeter of contact. So, back to that question I asked at the beginning. If you get this error, your first move shouldn't be to blame the Xhorse. The hardware is usually solid. It's about the microscopic battlefield between your probe and that tiny pin 24. Personally, I always start by suspecting the connection before I even reheat the iron. It saves time and a lot of frustration. Now, here's a final thought and a tip for you. Most people don't realize that for the newer 5D system, which started showing up around 2023, the process is similar, but the key's internal construction is different. The same cable warning applies, but the pinouts can vary. Before you even pull out the soldering iron for one of those, verify your software versions. You need the IMMO database on version 140 or higher, and the prod database on 187 or higher for these functions to even appear correctly. If your software is out of date, you're fighting a losing battle before you start. If this deep dive saved you from throwing your Key Tool Plus across the room, go ahead and hit that like button. Let's try to push this one to 1,000 likes. It tells me you want more of this real-world troubleshooting. And drop a comment. Have you ever been burned by a misleading wire color? I want to hear your stories. Only a small percentage of you watching right now are actually subscribed to Baabji Motors. If you're into this kind of detailed, no-fluff auto tech content, hitting that subscribe button is the single best way to support the channel and help us become the #1 spot for practical diagnostics. It takes a ton of time to break down these problems and film the solutions, and your subscription directly fuels that effort. If you know another tech wrestling with a 5C key right now, share this video with them. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one.